do you guys think of this light? That's just my phone. I wanted to go through my last album, show you guys how I produced it, because I got a couple comments asking me producer related things on the album upload. We'll leave the link to the album in the description as well. I'm just gonna go through every single song. Whatever you're wondering, maybe I'll timestamp it for each song if there's specific ones that you're interested in. The first track, oh my god, the bass for this is kind of just this sample that I took. Same song that Brockhampton sampled, I think The Light or something. It might have been The Light Part 2. But what I did was I took the main part, yeah, there's like some pitch shifting, there's some, yeah, reversed it, I added a delay, I added a frequency splitter to get out the low frequencies, a limiter to, which I think is sidechain to the kick, yeah, compressor, all your basic stuff. That I didn't modulate that one too hard. The main drums for it, this would be this little simple riser, which is just, I just get, a lot of people ask like where do I get my drum sounds from. It's mostly on Tyler stuff. That's from a mega pack. Most of the time I'll just take random folders like from online. I'll look up, like I've been really into vintage vinyl stuff ever since I found out that like I think Mac Miller or something uses them a lot. Similar sounding sounds. I'll always look at vintage vinyl when I want something new. This kit 1 through 7 is what Slum Rap was basically built on. Like if I go through this, I'm bound to find like the musical ones. You know, that's I can't remember it right now. That's track 4 or something. There you go. That's I want to say that's Longface. Yeah. Oh, that one's Longface. I can't remember what the other one is. That's Ego Death. A lot of these drum sounds I used as well for it. Yeah, so this old crash is just from one of the vintage vinyl things. It could also be from like a 90s like boom bap revival track, something like that. Then we have the main drums. This is also just built on, you know, the old things. I'm not really sure which folder this is from. Yeah, that one's just the kind of intro. Then you have the kick coming. A little bit of a delay on that because it's sidechain, so, but you know, you have that in as well. Oh yeah, I forgot. The beat's not very complicated. It's not got too many parts to it. It's, you know, drums, sample, vocals over it. I added a couple chimes in here. This was meant to mirror "Wanted You" by Joji from back in the day. He has the little chimes in the background. Talking shit. You know, magical sounding. It's quite deep in the mix there in the background. The hi-hat just goes out there. Here. Yeah, so that's like kind of it for that one. In terms of vocals, I guess
peeling away on motorbikes, the speed I could compare me to. Gone, I don't know what to do. Make new friends, kind of screwed. Wish that I
use bright a lot. This might be default, I'm not sure. In tandem with like different EQ settings. This is like a low roll off or something. A little other one I put more high end. What I do a lot is I do get rid of the direct center. I tend to put lower because that can make things sound kind of wishy-washy if it's too high, or if it's even just at default level depending on your microphone. I put a little bit of the low end in. Sub I do try and keep low, it really depends on the song. That's kind of it. Reverb on it.
Break, get me back to keys, the place, give me a break.
Just a little second low layered vocal here, which is on track 12. That's just a little delay on it.
Give me a break.
Yeah, that's basically it for that beat. The second beat is for, fun fact about the Iggy Cam music making progress, names of songs are difficult for me to figure out, so that's why I don't really remember them all the time. Most Silent Bragger. So this is built on, again, it's a pretty simple one. It's just drums, like drum sample. I didn't do all the drum parts myself. It's just a sample here from, don't actually remember what the song was, but it's the one that MF Doom used. I don't remember this. I actually have no idea how I flipped that. Wrote a sample. I can try and find how I originally did this on the fly here. Oh god, yeah, God knows how I did this. A hefty one to find. That kind of thing, you know. Chansuka 01, find it online for sure. Drum loop, not 100% sure what that is. Chaos Crafted B, yeah, that could be from any of these vintage vinyl things. I have like a bunch of like Classic Breaks Volume 1. I'll see if I can find the original links for these because I know some people will be interested in using them. I took this, I'm not too sure what, so this is the original sample. I started this song with the idea of like trying to make a Griselda kind of beat that like West Side Gun would rap over. So I tried to make it sway a little bit, like not be exactly on the grid. There's like a volume roll-offs here all around. And then it's just vocals pretty much. It's the only different thing. There's no effects on here or anything. No rises, nothing like that. A pretty similar situation. Compressor, EQ, reverb. There's nothing too complicated going on there. I have this little EQ that makes it sort of like a telephone kind of sound. It cuts off, cuts back in. And the little cut off.
I think I've realized how long I lived and shot, so come and help me.
And that's pretty much it for that one, yeah. The next one's pretty interesting. Say that it's just kind of not usually what I do. This is one of the last songs I actually did for it. This is actually one of the last songs I did for the album. I've been pretty into like barbershop quartet stuff recently, so I wanted to do something like that because I thought it would be a nice little new thing. And yeah, there's not really anything to explain in this one. It's each vocal part. This is actually a new version. The version on the album isn't technically the newest version. I tried to redo it and I was like, nah, I don't really like this. I'll just keep the original. Yeah, this is how it would have sounded. Yeah, so it's not too different. A little piano there that is just the same chords. I had it as a guide originally, but then I just kept it in because I thought it sounded cool. Stick the vocals together, actually show exactly what I'm trying to hit in case the vocals didn't reflect that. Depending on your level of barbershop quartet skill, which mine is not very high, of course. You can either, I guess, a spectrum of a chord with just vocals, or maybe you can't do that, which, you know. Next, we've got Mad Way Too Fast. That's track 4. Yeah, the original file name for this one is Matt Marty. So maybe some eagle-eared viewers, listeners fans of the same music I am, besides Tyler, will have realized that this album is pretty heavily inspired by Matt Martian's, or at least a good part of it is. This was one of those tracks. So this is another just custom drum thing I did. Some vinyl stuff, some snare from Redbone, or stuff like that. This, I think, is an arcade preset. I'm not 100% sure. I think. Arcade's a really great VST as well. It's like a splice, kind of. Lets you chop things immediately. Faithful Swell had big chords kit. I took that, pitched it way down. I don't even know like what the original would sound like. Give it a listen. There you go. Should be right. We got drums, vocals, bass line here. Let's listen to that. That bass is just, yeah, deep 2. I've been pretty faithful to deep 2 on Citrus for like maybe 2 years or something. It's just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of situation. A short little rap verse here. Again, mixing's not too different. It was a very consistent mixing process on all of these vocals. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what kind of sound I wanted to have on each track.
2 shots of...
So this one's even less. This is just EQ and reverb.
2 shots of vodka, I'm like, fuck that bitch. Short fuse like Lamar, like a sneer, yeah.
Melody vocals here.
Edwin put it best, put them roses on my desk.
Yeah, it's got delay. A little bit of EQ, it's like more, again, you can hear that kind of telephone effect on it, a little bit of compressor on it, reverb. Rising overdrive here. Towards the end there. We'll also say while I'm loading this in, I am running this audio through my headphones. Might sound different than it actually would sound. This one is another kind of Matt Martian. There was some kind of other influence in here, but here I have a Wu-Tang kit, so I used a couple of things from there. Lots of Xenology tracks here. Xenology is one of my favorite VSTs. Like a little like tambourine kind of sound. You got the snares in there. It's always good to use drum packs from genres that you don't think would fit what genre you're trying to make, and just see how you can flip them. The main thing here. There's a little Xenology thing here as well. So if you didn't notice that before, you will now. Chords are just Xenology. This is the Letter Firm Pat preset EXV collection. With chorus, bit of delay, stereo shaper, and EQ, putting a little bit more high end. Quite a lot more high end actually. Other than that, A little bass here. Oh no, it's actually Xenology as well. Fingery bass. There you go, 141 on electric basses.
Turn yourself.
Pretty consistent beat. There's not many changes in this. When the piano comes in, that just mirrors the same chords that the little whatever that synth was were doing. So that. So I have a modulation here towards the end. And yeah, again, vocals here. A little melody one. Boost reverb, EQ, compressor. Again, yeah, you see this like mid roll, not even a roll off. This is just a mid dip. A little bit of high end.
Too soon, I acted like a dog. You left me in the dark.
And that's about it for that track. This, I actually have no idea what the sample for this one is. I don't have it in Edison. This is just some sample. Maybe one day I'll find what it was. I wish I had the actual original thing as well, because it's a pretty cool sounding thing. But this entire song is just that, 2 vocal tracks laid over each other. That like they cut in and out here, like that.
Why the fuck I'm thinking that my pain means more than other people's who gave me
the deep vocal on there that I don't think is in the new one. I think this is also a later mix. Octave change there. And it layers in there. The uncomplicated beat. Next is Locked Letters. Sorry, Locked Love Letters is the original song. I'd say I was in my Anderson pack pocket for this one. So this one is, you got chords, you got the roads here. So we'll go for each one here, because this one's a little bit more of a fully fledged kind of beat. We've got a little, what's that? Xenology to 22 Studio E piano, bass line, finger E bass. I think that might be the same one as last time from the previous song. Again, bass line stays the same. A little bit of a longer thing there. The phrase is like got a few more bars in it. Drums. Yeah, again, whatever this little old. This will say old, so this could be from any of the vinyl packs. I also have a little like, I don't think that's a, oh, that's hay from some mega pack. Stereo shaper on that, reverb, EQ. Yeah, a little stereo shaper. It's actually more on the left channel, I just noticed. Quite up in the mids here, because it fills in a lot of the beat. The vocals are layered here.
Can't make a playlist of every single one. Said I can't make a playlist of every
reverb on that one. A little bit of EQ.
Said I can't make a playlist of every single one.
Rap the verse. Just piano. I think there's also a Xenology preset.
Tagged anything that I'm aware of, shit, that's kind of.
I did actually do that quite a lot on this album. I'd put the wet down on the reverb and then put the decay up.
Down to me,
like tambourine, like a shaker
that
sound.
I could always believe. Oh, she's just being nice,
These vocals
listen to
like
her answers,
pitched
listen
up
to the
slowly.
messages. Does she want you to dance?
It's a Kendrick thing.
Getting blushy, I give the puppy, yeah, bullshit.
And this guitar I played by myself. My guitar that I use is just a Squier Mustang. I've had it for like 4 years. In terms of that stereo shaper, I have a multi-effect pedal, a GE150 Moore, or one of the crunch presets for sure. EQ on guitars is a big thing for me. A lot that you can change about the quality of a guitar in a mix. If you put certain frequencies up, it will be better for like rhythm parts. If you put some other parts up, then it will be better for solos. That, you know, you want to have this because the mid's too high, because it's just a solo that's meant to sit kind of comfortably in the mix. Like that. Quite a lot of high end on that one. Reverb and delay. For me, recording live instruments is a nightmare for me. I'm still not rhythmically fluent, I guess. So it takes a lot of retakes a lot of the time. That's also why I try to keep solos that I do on albums now much simpler, because then I don't need to do too many retakes. Little shaker stays there. You can just hear the bass line is exactly the same here. There's like a little offbeat shaker there as well. You can notice that. Getting that correct was also a nightmare. These little chords here, these are also very reminiscent of like the internet, you know, Sid. Maybe some people will notice they're actually like slightly higher in pitch in comparison to the main, like the piano and everything. That was like a last minute change, and I just wanted to add that in because I thought it'll stick out, you know, it'll put a bit of tension in there. In this otherwise like very just, I don't know, calm, like smooth, suave kind of song, it'll put a little bit of tension there in the end. Which I think, you know, Matt Martians tends to do a lot. I already mentioned the influence that he's had on this album. The one song from his newest album, you know, The Reason, from Matt's Missing, the end of it has like all these weird vocal changes that the key just completely changes. You have that bass line from the same album, the song sounds like stress to me. But that's kind of what I was going for with this. And you have a little reverse crash here. This, you know, always good as a riser. Comes in throughout the whole song. So yeah, that's about it for that song. For I Don't Know, quite a lot of change on this one. We got a little intro here, synthetic wind. This is just one of the samples from a pack that I downloaded. I think it might have been like a little darky thing. The original intention, if you'll believe it, was actually like to be a XXXTentacion kind of thing. This is like something I could imagine being an intro for like a concert. There's a lot of tension, it's very quiet, and then all of a sudden you have this bit that comes in, so the melodic part. And then you got the layered vocals here. The inspiration behind this song was definitely Kevin Abstract's newest project, Blanket. Move it to the left, move it to the right. It's just basically just me going full Kevin Abstract.
Move it to the left, move it to the right. Been a while since
yeah,
you've
the
been
little
summer sight.
ha-ha,
Move it up high, move it down low. Will we ever talk again?
This part's intentionally off, also like off of the beats.
Move it up high, move it down low. I don't know.
Yeah, then we got the next track. Anybody who will listen, I took an arcade preset, like a sample, changed it, God knows how. And yeah, the song is not complicated at all. It's that part, and it's the vocals. I didn't even set up the microphone, I just had them right here. Just like this, and I was sitting and I was just rapping into it. Yeah, stereo shaper on that. Got reverb, low reverb. You got the mids down, highs up, and a compressor. This little pitch thing here. Click.
Archive it.
Yeah, just put that into the pan thing.
Sudden. Where'd that come from?
Change that. Reverb goes up, goes back down.
Lost friends and I made something.
There's
No, I'm lying.
some cutouts, you know. You have to fit it to what the song is, you know. Another pitch change. I really love doing those like octave changes in samples. That might be a Marvy thing. I'm not sure. Marvy's definitely a big inspiration for me as well. But yeah, that's about it for that beat. That's a not very complicated one. Go for Up, Up and Away as well. It was technically meant to be on the album, but I decided against that in the end because I uploaded a lot of the songs from this album before it came out. So, you know, any like XXXTentacion fan will know that this is just Floor 555 for my version, pretty much. You got this sample here, which I have no idea where it's from actually. Supposedly it's an 808. No idea how I did that. Easy drums here. Easy 808. Coughing comes in here. That's a track over here. Couple like triplet things here. Been very into those echo sound effects from Rainbow Six here. And you got on the vocals 4 ones here.
I call this shit a one mad war on my way. One mad war on my way to the top. I can never slow my day to suck my dick. If you think I finished, just me getting the levels. Bitch, I'm a warrior, a motherfucking archetype. Some type of shit, cause that's the only weapon that you know. Try to get me low to the floor, cause I sat in on my money.
That's kind of it for that part. Deep one there, on the left and the right, as it goes. A reverb increase there. Yeah, the song is very heavily inspired by Floor 555 by XXXTentacion. Very good for concerts for sure. I'd be very pleased to perform this at a concert. Last song, it doesn't have much to it at all. It's just a arcade preset that I found, like pitch altered, and just vocals on that.
Where can you begin when you've already reached the finish line? End it like you started, that's for every single part.
pretty dry reverb there. The K is way low. We've got multi-band compressor on that. And at the end, the sub starts to increase on the track, and there's a delay that comes in. It's definitely got what's it called, everywhere at the end of time kind of vibes there. The entire process of it's very pure. I never felt like I was doing something wrong. It was all very calculated. That's a big thing I'd definitely mention in interviews as well. People asked about lyrics. Everything has a meaning behind it. There's never anything I say that's like that I wouldn't have something to say about. And there were a lot of tracks that were made for this album but didn't end up being on it in the album folder. And that's got like a bunch of demos for the songs. Got some Brat King influence in there. You got some Joji Run, just random stuff. There's some Iridescent stuff that I wanted to try out but didn't quite fit on it. Guys have any other questions about the album, about the beat making, about producing in general? And leave them down in the comments. And yeah, see you guys next time.